Hello from the void, it's Rose, welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing something I am super excited about. We are starting my Saints and Sinners Bachelor Challenge. Now this is a version of a Bachelor Challenge, which is something you see a lot on especially Sims Tumblr, where someone has a sim and they invite like mutuals, friends to submit characters, and then they have them all do a bunch of silly challenges, and ultimately like someone wins the boy, girl, or gender fluid person. And I did a version of this back in 2016 for Sims 3 that was very intense. It involved, I think it ended up being like 1,500 posts. I think it took me several months. It involved spreadsheets, madness, chaos, and I thought, now I'm more comfortable with Sims 4, why not do it again? So that's what we're gonna do.
So some of you might have seen I posted a short on my channel a couple weeks back asking for submissions of your Sims to come in my game to date my lovely Bachelorette. This is Magma Sateen. I made her actually for a collab that ended up not going anywhere. So she has been sitting in my bin for a while and she's just so cute. I couldn't not do anything with her. So I put a call out on a Discord channel I'm part of, on Tumblr and on YouTube for anyone who wanted to send a Sim to my game to potentially win the hand of beautiful Magma, and I was so happy that loads of you wanted to. So we have got 10 handsome bachelors who will be moving into Magma's family McMansion. So this is Hunker Burning House where Magma grew up. It is not a place she has a lot of happy memories of. Her relationship with her family is strained, shall we say, but it fits the bill of a perfect lot to do a Bachelorette challenge in. We have got all the usual stuff. We've got a pool, we've got bars. Magma's apartment is up on the top left hand side, and the right hand side has got the accommodation for the contestants. We'll do a little bit of a tour of that later, and the whole lot is in Windenburg on the Bluffs. I'm just going to give you a little sort of tour of the inside because I know once we get started I'm going to have like 12 Sims to keep an eye on, and that is going to be a lot. So we've got sort of the communal area downstairs, we've got a fireplace, we've got a sunken living room, archway through to the kitchen there, and then round the corner we have got a little desk area, a few seating areas, a couple of bookshelves. You might notice there's not a huge amount of like fun diversion objects, and there is a reason for that. Part of my Bachelorette challenge thing is each week there's a skill the contestants are meant to build, so I'll put the objects associated with that skill in the mansion for that week and then count how well people do basically. This is the kitchen, dining room, bar area. Behind the stairs there is a little downstairs bathroom included, and then doors out to the back area which has patio, pool. There is another seating area which I'll show you in a second, and what I've tried to do is create lots of spaces for group conversations in case people actually want to sit down and chat. I mean, they probably won't. And then upstairs we have got a bedroom for the contestants. It's got lots of different kinds of bed, lots of different colours, because obviously at the point at which I built the mansion I didn't know what colour my contestants were going to be, so I went for just multicoloured. You might notice there's not actually enough beds for everyone, but more on that later. There is a reason. So we are just going to hop back downstairs now, and this is using the new Oasis garden, whatever it's called, kit. I built another sunken seating area. Apparently sunken areas are my thing. And you may notice another building in the background. What could that possibly be? Any of you that were following my Tumblr back in 2016 will know exactly what this is. It's a panopticon. If you don't know what that is, I will tell you later, but not just now, because for now we are going to head in, quickly re-enable autonomy, which I've had turned off whilst I moved lots and lots of Sims into a house. We'll have 12 Sims in total, and now it is time to get to know Magma a bit better. So Magma is a perfectionist. She is very, very hard on herself and on others, which is probably a big reason she's still single. She's also pretty self-absorbed. She's more interested in what she wants than anyone else, but she is quite adventurous, so she'll try pretty much anything once. Her ESPN type, like the sports network. She is an ESFP on the Myers-Briggs. She's also gregarious. She has the friend of the world aspiration, and the slice of life mod rolled hero for her as one of her personality types, and jester for the others. You'll also notice every single sim in the challenge, with the exception of Sateen, who we'll talk more about in a second, has the polyamorous trait. I have done that, and I've also enabled the free love NAP very simply because otherwise jealousy is going to be a huge issue and it's probably going to derail the thing. I will turn that off towards the end when it makes sense for there to be like jealousy because there's actually feelings involved. The yellow sim on the right is Sateen Bottomount. She is Magma's best friend and the person that got her drunk and made her sign the contract to do this Bachelorette challenge. Sateen really just wants her friend to be settled down and Magma is kind of mad at her for tricking her into all of this. So they are having a little spat at the moment, but without much further ado, I'm going to start bringing in the contestants. They're going to meet Sateen first, then Magma. They'll do a friendly introduction, then have an hour of free chat, and they will be scored. I'll put the info on how down in the description. Our first bachelor is Marshmallow Aura, known as Marsh, who is a paranoid, socially awkward geek made for me by Joe, who is Berry Confetti. I'll link all of the blogs and channels of people that contributed in the description. Also, I just love that we've got such a weird and wonderful mix, which is exactly what I asked for. So Marsh is going to come in and do a friendly introduction. Let's see what first impression he gets. Say hello. Hi. Oh, that's a red circle. Looks like, yeah, so Sateen thinks he's immature and he thinks she is pretentious. Ooh, how's this conversation gonna go? I mean, they are still talking, which is a good thing, and he's actually feeling confident, which for a sim of his personality is kind of impressive, actually. They're asking some questions. I'm going to try and keep an eye on what actions are going on by like hovering over the activity icons, but I'm obviously not going to intervene at all, even if they stop talking to each other. So hopefully he will use his full 60 minutes. I'm going to try and show you the full interaction of everyone, but I might have to fast forward through some bits just because otherwise this is going to go on forever. I also have posted on my blog some ideas of how the conversations might have gone based on bios I was sent by the creators of The Sims. So if you want to read the story rather than watch the story, or indeed do both, then you can do that on my Tumblr. Marsh, Sateen's gone. Come on, follow her. You've still got some chats queued up. No, they've dropped. Marsh maybe scared her by saying something weird or just started talking to the statue. He's a big conspiracy theory guy and his time is dribbling away. I don't think we're going to get any more chats in. Nope, it's time to go meet Magma. But we have got rid of any moodlets he had, so he's got a blank slate to start over with using UI cheats. But it wasn't enough. Magma thinks he's weird, but he does like her. He thinks she's impressive and capable, which I think is better than both of them disliking each other. That does mean Marsh goes on Team Sinner. I'll explain more about what that means later, but I want to give him some attention rather than just explaining, because he's up first. It looks like it's actually going pretty well. They seem to be talking about fishing spots at the moment. Maybe he's like, have you ever seen the Loch Ness Monster? Because I know the best place to see the Loch Ness Monster. I'm very much modelling Marsh on like the cross between Langley and Mulder from the X-Files, because I'm a big X-Files fan and his vibe is Langley, but his like personality is Mulder. Magma, oh no, Magma's wandered off. I've cancelled off what she was going to do. I want to keep her in the room for the full hour, but I'm not going to like force them to chat. I'll just send her to stand near him. Marsh, come on buddy, you've been doing so well. You've overcome the weird first impression. Okay, cool. They've re-engaged by themselves. What are we doing, buddies? We're just chatting. Oh no, we're having a deep conversation. That's a good recovery, Marsh. Well done, good boy. So that is the end of Marsh's time. We're just counting up the moodlets that he generated, and I think he won't get any points for the ones she just gets, like I love chatting, being with people. So he loses a point for the weird first impression, but he gains 2 points for the other moodlets, and he also got 17 friend points. So all of that will be plugged into my big spreadsheet, and we'll explain all that down the end. But for now, it is time for contestant number 2, Midsummer Metronome, who is evil, paranoid, and a kleptomaniac. Lol. Thank you, Romy Sweetly Sims, for this guy. I like when I was like, they don't have to be nice. She was like, okay, we're doing this then. I respect it. Whether or not it's going to go down well is unknown. Sateen's having a boogie, and Midsummer is like, hey, I'm here, it's me. She doesn't seem... Oh, okay. They also hate each other. Again, he thinks she's pretentious, and she thinks he's untrustworthy, which, based on his personality, is a pretty good first impression. But they're talking about baseball, so I guess it's not all bad. I like how he's standing upstairs. It very much gives off evil sim vibes, even if it's literally just the Sims being weird. Uh-oh. We're in an angry mood. Okay, but we're still doing okay. He's looking at some cat pictures or something on her phone. Is he gonna keep it up though? Oh no, he's yelling at her. He's insulting her. We made it like 20 minutes though. This is his wants also are to steal something and make an enemy, which is not ideal. And now he's yelling at her about pants. So I'd rather suspect that Marsh and Sateen's relationship is not going to get off to an amazing start. Although they are still talking. This is one thing about The Sims. I feel like if I ever got into this conversation, I would be like up and out immediately, whereas they kind of hang around and just let people be repeatedly mean to them. To give Marsh credit though, he is interspersing his mean interactions with just goofing about and like being a bit more generic, so maybe there is hope. Be interesting to see how he interacts with Magma though. He has used his full time and we are going to reset him to immediately end the conversation so he doesn't get any points for like after time. Yes, I am that anal retentive. And now we shall meet Magma, who, again, we got a red circle. She also thinks he's untrustworthy, but he again likes her. He thinks she's adventurous. Let's see if we can get through an hour of conversation without him screaming in her face. Chances are, okay, he's feeling confident this time because he got a positive impression. Okay, crickets. Silence. Time. It passes. So slowly. So quietly. I'm pretty sure it's not even my game lagging. They just seem to be like doing an act of staring at each other silently. Okay, Magma's had enough. She's trying to... I think she's trying to get a compliment out of him. Like, oh, did you say something about how hot I look? Because she is pretty up herself. And Midsummer seems to have gone along with it, which is impressive. They're just having a nice chat, it seems like. Oh, no, we're not just having a nice chat. We have pulled out the hand buzzer, but Magma seems fine with minor electrical shock, which is more than I would be. I would probably scream in his face, out of like shock mostly. Oh, have we lost our temper? No, we're holding it together. I am so impressed, Midsummer. Despite the repeated electrocution, you are doing really quite well. Who saw this coming after the interaction with Cerise? I really thought this was going to be a complete train wreck, but possibly Romy's madness has paid off. We've got one positive interaction. The feeler one is generic. Chatting is generic with people. So he gets 1 point from that and he gets 15 friendship points, which is honestly super respectable. Good job, Midsummer. Our third bachelor is Buckaroo, Bucky Cobbler by Charlie, who is anxious moodlet. And he is a gloomy, adventurous slob. Another interesting combination. Let's see how he gets on with Sateen. She's stopped dancing, which is nice. Oh, okay. He's gonna sit down to say hello. That's an interesting choice. Show me the first impressions. Ooh, double green. So he thinks she's fun to be around. She thinks he's emotionally expressive, which honestly, oh, he's definitely fartily expressive. I hate that musical farting, but with slobs in the house, guess I'm gonna be seeing a lot of it. He wants to be in a dirty environment and not leave the house for 8 hours, so that's charming. But he is gonna tell Sateen a funny story, which is nice. Bucky's a kind of very small town desert guy with several chips on his shoulder, so the fact he's telling a story about dinosaurs makes me think maybe he's trying to tell Sateen dinosaurs aren't real, or that the earth is flat or something. I don't think he'd necessarily be a flat earther, but he'd probably fight you just to argue the point that the earth is flat, because that's the kind of thing he would do. Oh no. Well, Sateen liked the funny story, but she is going to watch TV anyway. Bucky, don't let her go. Come on, do something about it. I can't control you. Okay, he's off. What? I don't think he's off to talk to her. I think he's gonna dance for us. Dance, Bucky, dance. Okay, that's them's some moves. Get it, boy. But you're out of time. Okay, time to meet Magma. Hello, milady. Oh, and I think we have our first positive impression from Magma. Yeah, she also thinks he's emotionally expressive. Don't know what he's doing, but apparently he's given off some emotionally intelligent vibes to the ladies of the house. This also means he's our first member of Team Saint. Midsummer was also a sinner. And how this works is the first task of every week is always the Saints and Sinners task, and basically they'll do something which splits them into 2 teams, and at the end Magma will do that same thing. And whichever team she joins wins that challenge, and we'll explain more as we go on. For now though, we can enjoy Bucky going nom 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 at Magma and Magma liking it. Magma is telling him about details. She is the perfect... Oh, they got a sentiment already? Okay, go Bucky. I don't know what you're doing or how you're doing it, but maybe it's the hat. Maybe the hat just makes Magma feel really listened to. Although she does now appear to be fake crying. Who knows why. This like goof off like puppet hand motion definitely is the most used interaction we're getting so far, but it always seems to go over well, so we're not going to be mad at it. We are getting towards the end of Bucky's time, but he doesn't show any signs of backing off, so honestly, good job Bucky, you've really knocked it out the park. He's also managed to get 26 friendship points, which honestly is huge. And yeah, we got the closer from happy memories sentiment already. I mean, you barely met, but I guess that first meeting was a memory you will treasure. Good for you. Moodlet wise, we've got 1 imagination, that's a positive. I hear you, that's the regular feeler, chatting regular. 1 from pleasant conversation and 1 from it's going great. So Bucky gets 3 points from moodlets, so he's in pretty good shape. And he's actually the 3rd and final contestant we're going to be meeting in this first episode. I don't want the episodes to be too long, but I also do want to give each of the bachelors a chance to like properly shine, because I know how long their makers took making them and sending them over to me. So let me know in the comments who is your favourite so far, what you think of the concept, whether you're looking forward to the series. I really hope you are, because I'm going to do it anyway, but it would really mean a lot to me if you also enjoyed it. Think about subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Love you. Bye!